If you've been married 1 year or less, can I ask you to leave the dance floor, please? 1 year or less. If you've been married 5 years or less, can I ask you to leave the dance floor? 5 years or less. If you've been married 10 years or less, 10 years or less, can I ask you to leave the dance floor, please? I like that little swirl while you brought her off the dance floor. I like that. You've been married 15 years or less. Can I ask you to leave the dance floor? 15 years or less. How about 20 years or less? You've been married 20 years or less, can I ask you to leave the dance floor? 20 years, that's a good commitment. A little longer than I've been together, but I think we got some pretty good stayers up there. A lot of years of love and marriage. How about 25 years or less? 25 years or less? How about 30 years or less? 30 years or less?
I need 2 songs.
Okay, so we've got a few couples still up on the dance floor. So I'm going to get them couples to stay up on the dance floor just for a couple of seconds. Now, in just a short little while, I'm looking for some really good advice. So in preparations for the good advice, I'm looking for how long you've been married. So I'll start right here. How long have you been married? 47 years. Now in 47 years, what's the best advice you can give? Never turn your back on her. Now I'm sure he means when you're going to bed, you never turn your back, you always face your wife and show her love. That's exactly what it was he meant, right? Of course not. How long have you been married? 43 years. That's longer than I've been around. And what would you give for advice?
Learn to be a yes man.
Gord, learn to be a yes man. Mine, yes dear. How many years? 32 years, folks. Still almost as old as I am. And your advice. Learn to laugh. Now there's advice. How many years? 51 years, folks. A lot of love, and I can still see it. Your advice, what would you give? Lots of love. The best advice. How many years? 34 years. Lots of love for 34 years, and your best advice. Do what you're told. See, I'm seeing a pattern here. Just so you know, lots of love. Basically, yes, yours. How many years? 32 years. And best advice? Never give up. That's right. I like that one. How many years? 37 years. Yes. Best advice?
Working at it.
Keep working at it. It's always worth it. 33 years, and your best advice would be? So, since pray together. So you've pretty much got over 250 years of marriage, and some of the best advice given to you is always agree with your wife. Don't turn your back on your wife. Love, laugh, and pray and stay together. You know, it's not rocket science, it's love. And that's the whole thing with marriage. And I'd really like to thank everybody for giving their best advice. And hopefully we have a good night. Thank you very much, and congratulations. This is amazing.